YouTube, what is going on? Today I want to talk about discipline. Discipline's a funny thing, man. It's a really funny thing because there's so many small disciplines, there's so many little disciplines that I'm not saying everybody has to have in their life, but everyone has their own specific disciplines that lead to their best life. And discipline is super funny in the sense that there's simple little disciplines like reading or going to the gym, or even smaller little disciplines like just sweeping your sidewalk. Small disciplines like vacuuming the house that determine the quality of your life. I'm not saying everyone's got to vacuum their house or everyone's got to sweep their porch. What I'm saying is there's small little disciplines that everyone should have in their life, that everyone has in their life, that make up a good quality life. But the funny thing about discipline is that those little things that are easy to do, the little things like waking up 10 minutes earlier so you can read, or taking the time to clean out your car, taking the time to do that extra exercise at the gym, or the discipline to whatever it is. Those little disciplines add up to big things. And it's so funny because although they might seem little and they might seem insignificant, and there's going to be days where you're tired or you're stressed or you just don't feel like doing one or some or all of your little disciplines, and you just say fuck it and you say screw, and you don't do it that day. The funny thing is that the disciplines that are so small and so easy to do, they're easy not to do. And that's the thing. That's the funny thing about these disciplines is, as easy as it is to read for 10 minutes a day, it's even easier not to do it. Kobe. Gotta make sure he doesn't walk away. He's just sniffing around. He's good. I can trust him during the day because there's not many people out. There's not many people around. There's occasionally a car that drives by. There's people. Very, very rarely does someone walk by. But, you never know. I can't have him wander off, because if he goes to one yard, then he's going to go to another yard and another yard. And he's just going to keep going. But anyways, discipline. I'm not telling you guys what you need to be disciplined in. I'm not suggesting anything other than the basics. What disciplines you need to have to make you healthy. What disciplines do you need to have to manage your wealth? What disciplines do you need to have to manage your relationships? Health, wealth, love, and happiness. The 4 pillars of the good life. So incredibly important. He's sneaking behind there. You just snuck behind that bush. Me and Kobe have a good relationship. He literally follows me around all day. I give him attention, I give him treats, I give him exercise, train him a little bit, just work on different things. Sit, shake, lay, stay, just little things. Went through a book, actually 2 times. The book was Team Dog by Navy SEAL, by Mike Ritland, who was a former Navy SEAL, but he trains service dogs now. Incredibly good book if any of you guys have books out there. And the way it's relatable to what I'm talking about today is, I think your discipline rubs off on other people and other beings, if we're talking about that. He's got stuff all over his back because they cut the bushes today and they have pieces all over him. But, if you're disciplined in your training with your dog, for example, if I'm disciplined enough to, spend 15 minutes a day to work on his different commands and to work on his different behaviors, that 15 minutes adds up to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, even if you do it 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 15 minutes a day. even if you do 10 minutes a day, say 10 minutes a day for the sake of simple math, 10 minutes a day times 6 days a week. You take Sundays off, Sundays a day for rest. You take Sundays off. That's an hour a week. You just got an extra hour of dog training just by being disciplined enough to spend 10 minutes a day. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is. You know, there's so many examples out there, man, of, you know, how little things add up. If you do an extra 10 push-ups a day, you do an extra 20 push-ups a day, an extra 50 push-ups a day, how that all adds up and that compounds. If you know, read 10 pages of a book a day, if you, whatever. Now, at some point, there's got to be a threshold. There's got to be a point where you say, oh, well, if you read an extra 10, why don't you do it, you know, 10 times a day, and that's an extra 100 pages a day. Well, we're limited in time, but, you know, I'm not trying to make more time. There's no way to make more time. That's literally impossible. If people say I'm trying to make time, they're crazy. You don't make time, you just manage your time. You can alter your time. I'll make the argument that you can alter your time. You know, there's been times in your life where a minute, you know, seems like an eternity. Maybe there's a minute left before a test ends. Maybe there's a minute before you're about to make a speech, and that minute seems to go on forever. But there's times in your life where, you know, there's a minute that literally goes like that. You're with a loved one, you're with your friends, you're with your family, you're doing something fun, you're doing something engaging. That minute flies by. You didn't make extra time. Time didn't go faster. Time didn't go and fast forward. You just simply managed it better. And you experienced it differently. So, anyways, I know I'm getting off track from the discipline part of it, but discipline is a funny thing, man. It's easy. So many disciplines are so easy to do. But the funny thing is, they're so easy not to do. Anyways, hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. See ya.